You should be ready for page 4, part B, sodium bromide. This time I've put a small amount of sodium bromide into each of the test tubes. You can see that they are very similar. The crystals of sodium bromide are very similar. They're probably a little bit more chunky than sodium chloride. They're larger, easier to see. We're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to take the first test tube and add distilled water to it. Shake it. And notice that the sodium bromide has dissolved. In the second test tube, same thing, sodium bromide. Again, the crystals are still large enough and chunky that you can see them easily. We're going to add about 2 milliliters of hexanes. I'm going to shake it again. And notice they have not dissolved. Crystals are still very much there. So this is sodium bromide and hexane, and you can see that we still have crystals. Part 3 again tells us to add 4 milliliters of distilled water. So approximately 4 milliliters of distilled water. So now there is a layer right here, an interface about here, and then the other layer, the hexane layer being the smaller layer, the distilled water the larger layer. And notice that now that we've added the distilled water, the crystals have dissolved. So part 4 says, does the solid dissolve in the water layer or in the hexane layer? And circle your answer.